Okay, so now I'm going to do this for you guys. The green bean salad. But I usually use the Thai pepper. I don't feel like digging in my freezer because I don't use it enough. I know I'm not the real Asian, but that's what some of the kids call me because I can't eat spicy. I can't live. So I'm going to use crushed red peppers. But I love these things. It's like a Julian, no machine on it. Well, you twin so. And you just scrape it. I love it. Look. Just come out nicely. You don't have to use carrots. Definitely use tomatoes, but again, I didn't feel like digging in for my berry tomatoes. The berry tomatoes, the Asian berry tomatoes, I'll show it to you. They're like this, they're tiny, but they're flavorful. It's seedy, but great flavor, great texture. It's great for this type of salad so it doesn't come smushy. You know, most tomatoes is more fleshy or watery and just smushy, but the berry tomato, no. They hold it gives that velvety juice that comes out of it to bind in your ingredients. But the carrots, I just mainly use it for coloring and give a little sweetness to it. And sometimes I use green papaya shredded on it too, and that's delicious. So now I don't want it too spicy, so I'll start out because I'm afraid it can't eat spicy. Not that much. Eyeball it. What is that? A teaspoon. And I love this pesto moro, so big. And this one I got from Lao. This is like mahogany, one whole piece, and they carved it. So it was really heavy for my bag, but I didn't care because I want this to bring home. And this is what it looks like. You can use garlic too, which we don't really use garlic, but since with all the virus going around, I want something natural antibiotic, which is garlic. It's perfect. So smash up some garlic. You don't have to. You can put a whole clove in here and smash it in. And I usually I grind out the dry pieces first, the hard stuff, and I'll use a little mushroom seasoning because it balances out the saltiness. That's what mushroom seasoning is. And I always have pink salt, so that's what I shall use. My sister used fish sauce on this, but I won't. So I'll use a little bit of salt. So again, it's probably half a teaspoon. Or a teaspoon, I should say, because this would be what, like a tablespoon? What my older sister always say when you ask her how she cooked, she said everything by taste. Just add a little at a time, then keep adding until what is your taste bud is acquired to. Yes. So now I just smash it all together. And this is when you put shrimp paste. It's so good, but it's stinks so bad. Smell like dirty feet, according to one of the white family members. That's why, hence why it's in the bag. Trapping the smell. And when you buy it, it has a wax covering on it. It keeps it from the smell escaping and keeps the moisture in. And the reason why we eat this shrimp paste is actually really good for you. It has a lot of probiotic in it. It's been fermented for a long while. So, and it has great flavoring. So that's why I won't use fish sauce. But if I'm not using this, then I would use the fish sauce. Only if you can smell it, you'll be like fainting. I'm just kidding. And I'll use some little tamarind. It has a little sweetness to it and a tang. This is what they use to make for pad thai. I don't want to use too much of it because I actually want to use lime on the juice. When you put lime on any of the dressing that has shrimp paste, it counteracts it and you won't even smell it at all. So that's why they use a lot of lime. So since I'm using lime, I don't want to use too much of tamarind. This is optional. You don't have to use it. Kind of grind up together. Smash it in. But be careful, splash in your eyes. Right away, as soon as I put the lime juice on it, the stinky feet smell is gone. But it's really good. I'm telling you, it is. So now I would chop up the green beans, raw of course. You always cut it about this size. I'm trying to eat more raw stuff because the enzyme is so good for you. That's what the healing property is all about in the enzyme. Once you cook it, the healing property just kind of die. Heat will oxidize and kill everything, including us, apparently. So I'm trying to eat raw as possible, and I'm going to give up alcohol and dairy for a week minimum. I mean, I would like to do longer. Since my skin is so bad, my eczema broke out really bad. I know our skin is the biggest organ, and when I break out, I know that I need to go on a detox. So I'll pour this in, and I'm gonna smash it, bruise it basically, so the flavor go inside the bean, and it will bind the flavor all together by bruising it. The carrots I will add later. This is, you probably want, this one you want to add, well, I usually bruise this first before I add the tomato on it, because the tomato is so juicy. It'll make everything kind of not splash all over, and you don't want that. So now, I'm just bruising it, smashing it together. We call this tam. And in our language, it's a tamsom, it's smashed sour. It's like anything like, it's like a salsa. When we make everything like a salsa without, of course, we use beans, carrots, tomato, cabbage, green papaya, we use anything. We love that flavor of all the mixture that I'm going to use now. The spicy, garlicky, sweet, tangy flavor, binding it together. And sometimes our family member would boil rice noodle, and they will toss it together once everything is made and fixed and smashed. That's what it looks like. So basically just bruising it, smashing it. Ooh, smells good. So green beans are called mak. Mak is a fruit, mak tua. So this is tam. So every time you say tam som or tam mak tua, tam green beans, basically, because that's what it means. When you hear the word tam, that means they're making this with the similar ingredients, and it's always a raw state. All right. So I don't want it too smashed because I still want the texture of it. But this one I'm going to add the carrots just for coloring. I think I'll add a little more to this. I'm trying to be ambidextrous, so I'm switching hand to learn, force myself to learn. that in soccer. I was kind of impressed with myself. I was able to kick eventually. Got pretty decent with my left side because I'm a righty. Alrighty. And with all any tangy stuff, we usually add sugar. I'm trying to be not to use so much sugar because sugar inflames the cells. And right now I have a lot of inflammation. I want to heal myself, so I'm trying to avoid sugar and extra calories, of course. So I'll do 1 tablespoon of the monk fruit. And then we'll thumb it all together, smash it all together. And I will taste it. I see more lime juice. I'm going to use the whole lime. I love it when it's really citrusy. You know what? I think I will add some fish sauce. I usually use this brand because it doesn't have MSG or sugar in it. But the other one is delicious. The 3 crab one has MSG. It's delicious. And sugar in it, of course. Sugar makes everything taste great. But this one is when I go on my detox. I know it doesn't smell bad as the fermented shrimp paste. So I'll do like 2 tablespoons of it. Then I won't smash it. I kind of toss this now. Well, since it's just me and nobody's eating it with me, so I guess I could eat off my own bowl. Or no, just in case I have leftover, I don't want to. It's good, 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 good. I'm debating if I should make it a little more spicy. No. This is good. So this is what it looks like. And we usually eat it with coriander. So good. The tanginess of the lime juice is delicious. Delicious. The stinky feet don't exist anymore. It's really good. It would have been better to have like some tomatoes in there. It just, the mushiness of the tomato, once the texture brews from the tomato, it just binds everything together. But I'm really happy with this. This would be like my dinner. Well, it is. I'm just trying to eat more raw, less pre-made food, basically, and cut out all dairy and alcohol. That I will miss, but I improvise with some carbonated water. It's not really recommended to eat spicy food and carbonate because it makes it more spicy, but you can tell I really follow the rules, right? I'm being me, being Dow. I should have picked more of the coriander. Delicious together.